Coming up on Daily Iowan TV, take a look at how Iowa City celebrated annual book festival last week.
Iowa City is the only UNESCO designated city of literature in North America, so we have a really unique opportunity to take advantage of all the resources that are here.
And we'll show you around the Iowa City Art Gallery walk.
We'll take a look at how two former Hawkeye football players are living life after Iowa.
And a recap from Iowa Field Hockey's busy weekend at Grant Field.
Hurricane Ophelia is expected to hit the UK today. Find out more on weather.
All that and more coming up on this Monday morning edition of Daily Iowan TV.
Don't go anywhere. It all starts right now.
Good morning and thank you for tuning in. I'm Alexis Tansey.
And I'm Ethan Gutstein.
Today marks the beginning of the 5th annual We Are Phil campaign. This campaign features 9 campus projects that are sponsored by several different units and colleges. Contrary to past years, faculty and staff are encouraged to donate directly to projects, scholarships, and initiatives sponsored by their colleagues. Some projects that were selected for this year's campaign include scholarships supporting women and minority business leaders, UI cultural house programming, and helping Hawkeye teachers in hurricane areas. For more information on the different projects and to see how they are progressing, you can go to goldrush.uiowa.edu.
This weekend, Iowa City had a gallery walk featuring artists and their work at multiple downtown locations. Daily Iowan TV reporter Lauren Varell has more.
The Iowa City Gallery Walk was started in 1980 as a way for artists to showcase their work. The art depicts not only scenes from historic Iowa City, but it showcases other artists and their work, ranging from handmade jewelry to pottery to photography.
The Gallery Walk's a really great chance to focus on local designers and give people a chance to meet the artists for the night.
The walk consisted of 16 stops showing over 60 pieces of work. The Gallery Walk is run on a volunteer basis, with each piece of work being chosen based on its uniqueness and relevance to Iowa City.
I started talking to Ed, the store owner, and we just kind of started talking, and I told her that I was a designer, and I gave her my business card, and almost close to 6 months or later, like it was over the summer, she contacted me through the email, and she was like, hey, I just saw your website and we should do some sort of collaboration.
Oftentimes, the artist was present at the location to share more details about what they do.
It's very brightly colored paintings. You know, I don't think it belongs to one style particularly.
This walk occurs 4 times a year, with each walk showing new art.
Over 1,000 people are expected to participate in the Gallery Walk. Reporting from the Iowa City Public Library, this is Lauren Varell, Daily Iowan TV.
Around 7 p.m. Sunday night, an oil rig explosion occurred at Lake Pontchartrain in Caner, Louisiana, near New Orleans. At a press conference Sunday night, officials said 7 people were rescued while 1 was still unaccounted for, and police are currently actively searching for them. The injuries are not serious, and there have been no reported deaths thus far. The rig, owned by Clovelly Oil Company, is used for the transfer of oil. The fire department is currently working to stop the oil flow, and if needed, they will let it burn off safely. Well, Alexis, this Iowa City weather has been all over the place. One day it's rainy and then another day it's sunny.
I know, Ethan, it's been that way around the world too. The UK and Ireland are even preparing for a hurricane, which hasn't happened in quite some time, but we'll toss it over to Susanna in the weather studio to find out more.
Yeah, that's right, Alexis. I'll have more for that story after our local weather. This week we'll be seeing moderate temperatures. Today there will be a high of 66 degrees and sunny skies. Tonight the low will reach 45 degrees, and that is the lowest temperature we will see this week. Tomorrow will be another sunny day and a little warmer with the high reaching 72 degrees. Now let's look at our extended forecast. The rest of this week we will maintain highs in the low to mid 70s and sunny skies with a few passing clouds in and out at the end of the week. On Sunday, there's a chance of rain early in the morning, but not lasting on into the day, and the high will only reach 66 degrees for the end of your weekend. And in other weather news, Ireland and the UK are experiencing abnormally warm weather for this year, which has created the conditions for Hurricane Ophelia that is expected to make landfall today in Ireland and the UK, as it is tracking in a northwestern path through the Atlantic Oceans, with top wind speeds at 115 miles per hour, that has upgraded it to a Category 3 hurricane. The last time Ireland or the UK has experienced a storm this size was Hurricane Gordon and Tropical Storm Grace in 2009. The Daily Iowan will have more updates for you as they come in, and don't forget to have a great Monday. Back to you guys.
Iowa City is one of just 20 cities of literature in the entire world. From October 8th to the 15th, the Iowa City UNESCO City of Literature held the Iowa City Book Festival around downtown. Daily Iowan TV reporter Junya Kim tells us more.
Iowa City has a long history of literature and creative writing. The Iowa City UNESCO City of Literature annually organizes the Iowa City Book Festival in October.
Iowa City has a long history of creative work, especially writing, of honoring creative work.
From October 8th to 15th, Iowa City Book Festival had been hosted and processed to celebrate its annual festival. Last Saturday, I visited the book fair that was held at Merge in downtown of Iowa City to see what the event is about. Authors, writers, and people who love reading have come together at this book fair. They had reading demonstrations, workshops, book fair where they could celebrate and leverage the unique mix of local resources that helped to earn that designation. Rachel Carson, who is Director of Operations, said that it is remarkable because Iowa City is only a designated city of literature in North America.
So we have a really unique opportunity to take advantage of all the resources that are here, all the authors and writers, and then people who love reading who are here in town, and we put together a festival every October.
Writers and authors from all over the world have come to Iowa City to attend this book festival. They are hoping to produce more outstanding writers from the city and the university.
So are you a writer too?
I write amazing emails.
Reporting from downtown of Iowa City, this is Junior Kim of Daily Iowan TV.
Well, Ethan, even though there wasn't a football game this past weekend, it was still pretty busy in Hawkeye sports.
Yeah, even a former Hawkeye football player was in the wrestling ring. Let's toss it over to Jacob and Alec in the sports studio to find out more about that story.
That's right, there was an absence of Hawkeye football this weekend, and to be honest with you, Alec, I woke up not really knowing what to do with my whole day.
Well, Jacob, we have enough stories about former and current Hawkeye players to hopefully hold you over till next week. Last Friday night, a former Hawkeye football player brought home a Hawkeye victory in the wrestling ring. Daily Iowan TV's Bo Bowman was ringside with Steve Manders for the big event.
I'm here ringside with former Hawkeye Steve Manders. Steve, how are you feeling about the match tonight?
Thanks, Bo, for having me on Daily Iowan. Real excited. Hawkamania, QC Cup on the line. It's going to be a good one. It's a great day to be a Hawkeye.
How do you feel about the atmosphere here tonight?
Oh, I'm excited, man. Hawkamania is going to be fun. I'm excited. Friday the 13th, ready to rock and roll. Joe Asa for the QC Cup. Let's go.
Manders took on defending champion Joe Acer for the Quad City Cup on Friday night, and Manders' home field advantage in Iowa City definitely helped propel him to his Hawkeye victory to bring the QC Cup to Iowa City for the first time ever. From Iowa City, Bo Bowman, Daily Iowan TV Sports.
Big congrats to Steve for his accomplishment on Friday. Now, Manders wasn't the only Iowa alum making waves this weekend. Former Hawkeye quarterback C.J. Beathard came in for the San Francisco 49ers for a struggling Brian Hoyer in their game against the Washington Redskins yesterday.
Beathard completed 19 of 36 passes and threw for 245 yards and a touchdown, including one 31-yard completion to another former Hawk and teammate George Kittle, and a 45-yard bomb to Aldrick Robinson for Beathard's first career touchdown pass in the NFL.
Despite late efforts by Beathard, the Niners were not able to pull out the win in this one. Here's what Beathard had to say after the game.
Like just that last drive, you got a chance to bring the team down for a little bit.
Oh man, I mean that's something you dream about, and unfortunately we weren't able to finish there. But we got a lot of improvement to do, and just keep building and keep getting better as the weeks go on.
Did you get you the ball?
I don't know. One of the ball boys asked me if I wanted to keep it, and I was like, I was like, yeah, but after the game, because I felt like it was, a little lucky to keep that ball in the game. But
Bethard and the Niners will host the Dallas Cowboys this Sunday, looking for their first win of the season. And Niners coach Kyle Shanahan said that Bethard has the starting role moving forward.
This weekend, the Iowa field hockey team hosted 2 Big Ten matchups and walked away both times on the short end of the stick.
On Friday, the Hawks took an 8th-ranked Northwestern team into overtime at 4s after Iowa's Maddie Murphy tied the game with less than 2 minutes left in the second half.
But in the end, the Hawks were no match for the Wildcats, giving up the game winner to Northwestern's Sophia Miller.
The girls in black and gold weren't able to bounce back on Sunday after giving up 3 goals to the 3rd-ranked Michigan team, despite adding 2 of their own in the second half. Here's what the team had to say after the game on Sunday.
So we knew that Michigan were going to be a really strong team. I think they haven't lost their past 9 games or something. So yeah, we were definitely ready and up for the challenge. I feel like we performed for the most of the game. The final 10 minutes of the first half, we completely dropped off, which is when Michigan could capitalise. But yeah, I think we really brought it today to them, and we were up for it for sure.
Against these harder teams, you have to start out strong in order to stay strong, and we got to dictate the tempo and just stay strong the whole time.
Again, the same theme as our possession. Really what hurt us was just actually some stick-to-stick passing that we could and being able to keep the ball on the field. And then last thing is just our team defense. Okay, we're getting better, but the goals we're giving up, we're giving up with numbers.
The Hawks will travel to East Lansing this Friday to take on the Michigan State Spartans in the first of their last 2 Big Ten matchups.
The Iowa baseball team wrapped up their black and gold World Series with a decisive Game 3 victory on Friday afternoon.
The gold team used some of its momentum it gained in Game 2 after a walk-off win courtesy of Tyler Cropley to come back on Friday to win Game 3 and the series crown. Even though the game only lasted 3 innings, Coach Heller said the boys were just as competitive.
Oh, they're competitive because the losing team has to buy dinner for the winning team. So they're excited and getting after it. It really brings some life to the games here at the end of the fall when they sometimes can drag, and we're not allowed to play a lot of games in the fall. So playing outside competition, that usually gets you going, but we don't have that, so this is the next best thing.
That's it for us in the sports studio. Be sure to tune in tonight and tomorrow for our programming, but for now, we're going to throw it back to the desk.
This weekend, Debbie the Zombie was returned to her home in Zombie Burger after being stolen from the restaurant during homecoming weekend. The incident was caught on camera, but the manager said the restaurant had no interest in pressing charges as long as Debbie was back by Halloween. And Debbie got back this weekend, which is great news. And I think the thief was given a gift card from Zombie Burger and a t-shirt for Debbie's safe return.
That's all we have for you on this Monday morning edition of Daily Iowan TV. Be sure to head over to dailyiowan.com for all your latest news between Monday and Friday.
If that isn't enough of the Daily Iowan for you, be sure to check out the print edition on newsstands now.
And if you're on the run, you can hear the audio from our broadcast on 89.7 KRUI-FM. For Daily Iowan TV, I'm Ethan Gutstein.
And I'm Alexis Tansey. Have a good day, Iowa City, and have a great rest of your week, Hawkeyes.
Breaking down barriers long before we knew they existed. Dottie Ray, a revolutionary trailblazer and Iowa City radio personality for over 50 years. Foundation builder for journalists. Please join us in sharing Dottie Ray's story on the big screen. After the showing, a panel discussion about Dottie's life will follow. It's all part of Habitat for Humanity's She Built the Future. For more information, please contact Habitat for Humanity.